I'm happy to see you back in math class today on Friday, our last day of the first week of school. Today's math is going to be fun. You'll get to use some new math tools from your distance learning kit to do the learning target. I can see numbers in shapes. This week in math, we've really focused on routines, watching the lesson videos, doing our activities away from our iPad, and coming back to do those seesaw lessons. And today we're going to do the same thing. We are going to be playing with some shapes, and I do say play because I want you to have fun with this and be creative. We're going to play with some shapes, and I want you to think about some numbers and some math noticings as you play. So in your math toolkit, in that math toolbox, there is a bag of pattern blocks. And I want you to take 5 or 10 minutes, or however long works for you, to just play with these shapes, make patterns, make designs. But as you make these patterns and designs, I want you to think about the numbers that you notice in the shapes. For example, this shape. When I look at this shape, I always think about the number 6. And I think about the number 6 because this shape has 6 corners and it has 6 sides. And it makes me think about the number 6 because it takes exactly 6 of these small shapes to make one of those big shapes. So it takes 6 triangles to make this hexagon. So I always think of the number 6. With this, I think of the number 3 because it has 3 corners and 3 sides. I've got a few shapes here that all have 4 sides. Even though they all look really different, they all have 4 sides. And so these help me think of the number 4. I can also think about how many shapes it would take to build another shape. I can build a picture and count how many shapes it took me to build that picture. Think about how many of each shape I have. So I do want you to play, design, explore, create, but also think about numbers as you do those things. And remember, when you're done with your shapes, when you're done playing with your shapes, be sure that they go back into your math toolkit, and make sure that your math toolkit goes back into your distance learning box. And I forgot to remind you to put your dice away yesterday, so double check. And then when you're finished exploring with your math shapes, you're going to come back to your iPad, go to the seesaw activity, and today's seesaw activity is a tap and drag activity where you can move shapes to make a picture. And if you want to, you can click the microphone to tell me about your picture too. So today's math lesson is I can see numbers in shapes. Now that you've watched the video, you're going to spend 5 or 10 minutes playing with these shapes, and then come back to Seesaw to create a shapes pattern for your activity. I can't wait to see what you design, and I'm very proud of your hard work in math this week. Goodbye.